Good Wednesday morning, and welcome to ICE HTV, the internal combustion engine age YouTube channel that talks about all my cars and trucks, SUVs, the motorcycles, the birds, the poop, the dogs. Yeah, it gets personal, doesn't it? And am I accomplishing anything here on my strategy of avoiding the birds? I think I am a little bit. So, hey, Wednesday morning there for all those that tune my channel. Thanks so much for watching my channel and subscribe, and I really enjoy that. And it's another adventurous day on the ICE HTV. And what are you doing today, right? What are we talking about today? And I thought to myself, I think the appropriate conversation today is, being that on Monday we said goodbye to the Raptor, into the Tremor truck, and then we said yesterday the regret conversations. And I thought, what better way to start the day today on the review conversations. And I thought, wow, it's pretty incredible how that word review, that's what truly started the whole ICE HTV channel. Because my good friend Joe, he always used to say, hey man, you're always buying all these cars and trucks and motorcycles, and you should be out there doing reviews on these cars and trucks. And so that's what really started my channel. Whether you realize or not, the morning conversations, the general talk, that is not what created the content initially of my channel. And if you go to those early days in 2020 of me doing reviews of my cars, you never even, hey, come on back here. Come on, let's go to the barn. Come on. You never even saw my face. Come on, Bobbies. Come on, let's go. Good old Kiefer just round up as always. So I thought the morning conversation could be reviews. And this is why I named my channel ICE HTV, because I thought it was so appropriate that the internal combustion engine, which is what drives most of these vehicles, would be the content of the channel. But you know, it's what incredible is those true early beginnings of me making reviews of the GT500, the Dodge Hellcat Red Eye, really relatively fresh cars to the market, brand new cars to the market, especially GT500. It got reviews, but it never was like big. It never, it just was just befuddling that here I've got a brand new GT500 and I'm driving around telling people about it. And sure, I got some pretty good views of it, but it didn't like grow the channel by any great means. But here we are. Look here, the Ram Cherex is out away from its parking spot because these birds, they have a flight path. There's a flight path here, and I'm trying to get my cars out of the flight path because it's obvious I can't get rid of the birds, smoking them out and all that. And if you look over here, I'm one trailer empty. First time in 7 years that's been an empty spot in my driveway, in my property. And the goal is for that to be the future camper, which we may not be getting until Friday now. We get some things going on. I didn't get insurance for it. Well, it's just so busy. Let me get the dogs in. I kind of have them contained here. And I was doing the smoker video last night. And so inside the barn, it's respectable on how they're not really getting my barn totally trashed. But usually that's not the case. Usually there's a lot of bird debris even inside the barn. As I get my phone, sit down, get the dogs upstairs, and you can see I had to move motorcycles out. I had 6 motorcycles in that trailer, and I had to get very creative and figure out where I'm going to put the motorcycles, and which I accomplished that. But you here, Kiefer, you gotta sit here with me because come on, Pop, come on. You just don't do a good job harassing everybody in that office, and I don't like it. So you're not going to the office. You're gonna run around with me. And as always, it's the lights, camera, action. So I spent yesterday afternoon diligently getting everything in order to get to that trailer because I've really cool guy John, who, if he's watching my channel, I don't know if he has time for that. He's a young man with a baby, Harper, beautiful little daughter, Harper, married, tree company, and he said, I'm sure his plate is full. So go sit around, listen to my content and yabba dabba do. Not so sure on that. But the point is, I met him yesterday off of the marketplace, Facebook, because he's been looking for a car hauler and for his side-by-side that's like 14 feet long. And he found my listing, and he was very interested. And I gave him a great discount just to move it and move on to the next phase of my life with the camper. So, but here's the thing. If you're really watching my channel, we'll get back to the review conversation here in a second. But if you're watching my channel, if you followed me yesterday getting the trailer emptied out with all my bikes, I came to realize when I was making a bill of sale and I pulled the registration, I had all the build specs since I special ordered that vehicle, I realized that was not a 28-foot trailer. So I was advertising that trailer on Marketplace as a 28-foot trailer. So I got the, man, I tell you what, when I got back in last night, I literally spent time cleaning the charger off. So I power washed that and cleaned that all up, power washed the RAM. I mean, I didn't even get done working last night till close to 9 o'clock. It's just so much work. It really is. I mean, how many more years? How much longer can I live this lifestyle? I don't know, man. It's just too much money, too much work. Yeah, too many things. And at some point, I guess it all changes. But anyways, the trailer now, this is very challenging, because I have told this person that you're getting a 28-foot trailer. And I know he's already told me that he is going to take he and his friend side-by-sides together to like Tennessee and go do the backwooden trails. And so now I'm thinking, that ain't going to work. And so now for me as an individual, do I just ignore that it's a 26-foot trailer and just sell it to them and just hope for the best? I mean, people do this stuff. And I actually called my selling dealer to confirm that this is not a 28-foot size trailer. Kiefer, stay up here, buddy. Stay around here. So, and they confirm it's a 26-foot trailer. So, for me, there's no way. You know, don't do devious things to people. So I called John and said, hey, look, man, sorry to tell you this, but this is not a 28-foot trailer. I've misrepresented it, and I totally understand if you don't want to buy the trailer. It's a 26-foot trailer, and I know you and your friend want to put their side-by-sides together and go places. So I totally understand if you don't want the trailer. He's like, no. He's like, you know what? I really want a trailer, and I really want to, so he's a really cool guy. He was really like, no, you know what? I've already got the money. That's a really nice trailer. It really is what I want. And my friend's just going to have to figure out what he's going to do for himself and whatever. So that was really cool. And once again, full disclosure, because otherwise I can guarantee you this guy would be calling me this morning going, hey man, you really weren't fair to me. Because let me share what I'm saying that to you is because he sent me a picture this morning. He measured the trailer. Even I didn't know this. The trailer is actually 25 feet, 5 inches. How does that work? So I've owned this trailer now for 7 years. And this trailer is actually 7 inches shorter than what they say it is. And so I can tell you what, as many days I've traveled with that trailer with my car and my motorcycles up front, that 7 inches could have made a big difference many, many times. I mean, that was just such a tight trailer of the dimensions. So anyways, thank you, John. But he's really excited. I mean, he's very excited about the trailer. He's already sent me a picture of the side-by-side in it. And so he's very happy. He's a really cool guy. But the whole point is, you got to tell people the way it is. But, in today's society, that doesn't happen anymore. That's why I thought the review conversation is so appropriate to where we are. Because I just explained to you that that's how I created my channel. It was me on the page. It was more of my friend Joe hammering the heck out of me that you should do car reviews. And I did that. If you go back to the true beginnings of my channel, it was so much me showing you the car reviews. But everybody does car reviews. I mean, everybody and their brother on YouTube channel wants to go out and buy a car, buy a motorcycle, and then they turn into the auto expert and they share their views and ideas on their car review. And some people do a phenomenal job. I mean, there's some incredibly talented people out there that know how to present that and have an incredible subscriber base because they have this incredible talent of radiating back to you the information, the details, all the other stuff. Look at the Ram trucks. The Ram trucks it was just depressing. Now, I can tell you this much. If you really watch my channel, the review on this F-250 lifted, no thank you. Towing, oh my gosh, beyond believable. This truck sucks. It does. This truck's the worst. This will go down in my history of all my trucks I've ever owned. is the worst tow vehicle I've owned yet. This thing is so scary. It is so bad. So I only pulled like 6,000 pounds. That trailer car hauler empty is like 5,750 empty, supposedly. It's probably 6,000 pounds. But good old Kiefer, he's having problems going to the bathroom this morning, but he's crapping right near the front of my door of my trailer. So I think that plays out later when I step in that, when I go to my trailer to open it. Yeah. Thanks, Kiefer. Yeah, just go put your... It's crap city. Yeah, I just lived among the crap, you know. Yeah, is it the poop hole? I'll try to be diplomatic. But anyways, so the review on the Ready Lift, if anybody came to me and said, hey, Mr. Iceman, I'm going to do a Ready Lift suspension on my Ford F-250, be like, I don't know if I'd do that. Well, why? Because the truck's squirrely. That's why. It's freaky. This is so freaky. Yesterday, I was like, oh my gosh. If I actually had to drive this truck on a major highway at 70 miles an hour, there's no way. There's no way. I think this thing would jackknife. I'm going down the road at 50, 55, and it's doing the tail wagging. And if you're a trailer guy, you understand what I mean by that. Oh, it's so squirrely. So this truck is so free-spirited and just really bad. Sad, it really is. And here's the thing. That F-250 Tremor truck, you know, was it like the perfect tow vehicle? It definitely had a better tow capability because it had that 1-ton rear suspension. And I think that's the big difference. This lighter suspension with this lift and the dynamics of the truck have all changed. It just makes this truck that much more squirrely. So thank God I have a F450. If I had that F450, oh my gosh, if I would have, it's just incredible how the F-150 truck would always be challenging to tow a lot of weight because it gets such lousy fuel mileage. And I just traded out my F-250 for that. I'd be like, oh, no way would I tow my camper trailer with that thing. So here's a review where you lift your truck if you don't know what you're doing, and I don't. So as a review for me, I don't know what's going on with this truck. But if anybody drove it, they'd get behind the wheel and be like, wow. So after I dropped off the trailer, coming home, now it's still free-spirited, but it's nothing like it was. So it actually is pretty fun. So for the record, I like the truck. The truck looks cool, but I don't know what's going on with this thing. This thing's squirrely. It's a very squirrely truck. So for me, I could walk around and give you a review on a lot of different cars and trucks and motorcycles. But what I realized in my YouTube channel, it just didn't really draw the total excitement like I thought it would. And that's what I'm saying to you is getting my channel going. The whole idea was I'll be the car review guy. But then at the same time, it's like, it's just you're joining a whole crowd of other people that do the exact same thing. And in some ways, it's just mundane. And that's why if you're kind of watch my channel, get my coffee here. I'll go through the basics. You know, I'll share my fun. I'll share more about me going to the car dealership. What am I going to pick out? What am I going to buy? What am I trading? Then get in the car. Then I'll share you my time behind the wheel. And I go over the brief, you know, information of the car, stuff like that. But other people, they go through great detail. So the point of that is, on my channel, my car reviews, my motorcycle reviews, being I don't have a headset, the GoPro thing all set up, you don't really get the in-depth personal review, me riding down the road and me talking through my headset as you're watching me drive the bike down the road and telling you the differences of what the bike has versus another bike. Usually when I get off the bike, I walk around it and you see me videoing me riding the bike, but you don't hear me talking per se when I'm doing the videoing, and I just get off the bike and share that type of experience. But there's other guys that have incredible detailed riding, you know, equipment, cameras, handlebars, helmet, side, top, you know, they'll have 2, 3, 4 cameras, and you're getting more of that virtual experience to enjoy that review of that vehicle. And I just haven't ever really gone to that extreme to do that, because I'm more the guy that just likes to share the antics of my adventures, of who I am, of constantly getting something and then getting rid of something. Like right now, do I regret the Ford Raptor being gone. There's a word from yesterday, regret. I don't. Do I miss that? I don't. And that's what some people don't realize. For the most part, when I get rid of something, I don't really regret that. Very, 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 very limited time in my life, I have sold a car or motorcycle, and I've regretted that decision. The GT500 was one of them, but in the end, only to just sell it anyways. The Smoke Show was a regret kind of decision because the kid was so kind of upset about that. But in the end, we've got a Ram TRX, so it played out in so many ways better. But I don't have any tag because I gotta go pay the county a bunch of money to be able to put a tag on this vehicle, which is oh boy, got tags now, expired. Finally got my registration and tag for my Raptor 37. What was that, 3 months? 3 months. My supercharger, Whipple supercharger for my Ford Dark Horse is now going to be into going on close to what, 6 months? Yeah, I still don't have it. They said by the end of April I'll probably get it. And here's the guy. Just people say put netting up to get the birds out of here. There's so many areas in this barn, so many pockets that it's just going to be a constant challenge. They can just get into so many areas in this barn. It's a barn. And the real answer is I have a roll-up expensive door that would, roll up and roll down. I've always have thought of that. Have a real commercial grade door that rolls up, rolls down, that seals the front of the garage so they can't fly in and out of this garage when the doors are closed. But that's all about the money. The money. Yeah, if I had any brains, I'd spend all the money, which I already have. Yeah. I've already spent $1 million on this property. Anybody thinks I'm embellishing? I'm not. Yeah, I have $1 million invested in this property. Been here, rebuilt the whole barn. That was supposed to $200,000. I've rebuilt the inside of the house. That was supposed to $100,000. I put an addition in front of the house. That was like, I think, 80 grand. Back of the house, that was like 220, 240. The deck, 250. I paid over 300 for it. I got it. Just start adding the numbers up. Then I've maintained this property. I've put all the trees and yes. So it's I have $1 million, but I never bought it with the intention of per se selling it. I had to read this silo back here. There was no top on that, so I found an older guy from Pennsylvania in 2002 or 3 that put that whole roof on that silo because that silo was open. Yeah, that was a chunk of money. So it's just, oh my gosh. So anybody here, it's like, yeah, but I've done all this stuff, man. It's just the never-ending money pit. The money pit. And that's what I did really in about 2014, 15. I just totally crossed the bridge. Like, I want to go have fun. 16, 17 for sure. Bought a boat. And that's where my car craziness and the motorcycles, it really just blasted off more than in my whole life. I just going out and buying so much stuff. Yeah, which is just, yeah, right. Yeah, so, but, instantly, you see how easily the driveway becomes empty. And if you see pictures of when I first moved here, you'll see on how this was just so, this was just all grass, just the sheds, the barn was falling down. I only had a few cars in the driveway. Very, very simple living. So back to the reviews. So for me, here's what's intriguing for everybody watching my channel is I get people that reach out and they're like, you should do a review on this, review on that. Well, buried in my 2,500 plus videos, there's a review for the most part in every single vehicle that's sitting in front of me and the ones that aren't even here anymore, and motorcycles. So if you think the logic of how many reviews I've done on all these cars and trucks and motorcycles, wouldn't you think that the Iceman would be the 1 million man subscriber? Don't get me wrong. I'm not here complaining this morning. I'm just saying to anybody out there, yes, I've done tons of reviews, gazillions of reviews on all these cars and trucks and every one of them. And if you watched my channel for the last 4 years, you have witnessed the change of the season, the change of the fleets, the change of the brands right in front of your eyes. Just go back to 2020. Well, I have a picture over there of I had like 2 or 3 Jeep, I had like a Jeep Gladiator, Jeep Wrangler, the Dodge Hellcat, Red Eye, Octane Red. So I had 3 Jeeps and a Dodge Hellcat Red Eye Challenger parked over there with a picture. And I think it was a silver Jeep Wrangler, and it was a white Jeep Wrangler custom with 40s on it, and it was my Jeep Gladiator custom with 37s on it. And that's a picture of there. And so if you just look, if you just review, if you ever just took the time to review all the videos I made, you would literally be seeing on how the whole fleet of vehicles are all different. How the motorcycles, I used to have a ton of motorcycles just lined up in the garage in here, the BMW, the Triumph, the Harleys, the Hondas, all just lined up, like 8 or 10 of them inside my shop here. And so then you come inside the garage and you would just seen you would have seen the GT 500, a GT 350, an Orange Fury Mustang. You would have seen an Octane Red Challenger. You've seen a white Charger Hellcat. I mean, you go through the list of all the things, and these are all the all the vehicles that I've owned and I've done reviews on, and the motorcycles too. You would have seen Indian motorcycles. I mean, so you didn't even see me talk some about my Honda Rubicons. I've had a ton of these. I've had the Honda Talons, customized Honda Talons. I got video of me blasting around the property in the Honda Talon, pulling a rake, trying to dredge out all the lily pads, which I'm so glad the Nutria showed up at my property and ate all the lily pads. That was so bad that pond got so destroyed. So if you look at my channel, you'll see the pond is totally half or more of lily pads. Well, pray for a miracle. I was so bummed that thing. That's a long story all on that. So once again, the reviews of all the things that I've owned, and so where is it? Where's the money? For me, where's the money? Right? I mean, come on. Here's a guy that has gone on his way to review tons, more than anybody. There's no way there's anybody in the YouTube community that has done as many reviews that I have that actually owns something. I'm not talking about me going down to a car dealership, walking the door, and saying, I want to drive a new Hyundai Ioniq 5N. And, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad idea to go do that. But okay. But other people are doing that. So I can do that. But, But then it's not the adventure. It's not the story. It's just me riding off of me going into a dealership to say, I want to drive a car just to drive a car to enrich myself off my YouTube channel by doing a review. Are you up for that? I'm sure some dealers would be like, yeah. I'm sure some dealers are like, you know what? That's a very rare special car. We don't, what are we going to get out of this, Mr. Iceman? So, one guy said, the caveman. The ice age is the caveman. Yeah, I am in the caveman. Yeah, whoever's heard the term, the caveman. And what's pretty cool is I'm going to have my camper caveman. I'm so excited about that camper just being here on my property that now if I want to hang out my property and sleep out here and hang out with the windows open and screens. See, I don't have screens in this freaking house. I could, but another freaking project. So, and there's a school bus. Incredible on how and where we are in today's, I've talked about before, the high school kids don't even get into class till like 9:30. Yeah. They don't even get home till 5 o'clock. No, thank you. So you can see my idea here is paying off for the most part. The car is not getting destroyed. My concern now is when I put my camper trailer here, guess what's going to happen? It's going to be crapped all over. Yeah. So where do I park that? Seriously, it's to think about that camper trailer. This is a relatively flat surface. Perfect. If I go up here, up in this area, I don't want it to be up there, but it's downhill. If I go over here, so it turns into, you get in and out of a trailer, and you got to try to level it all out with leveling blocks. So this really is the best spot. Yeah. Put a net up. Which, I don't know. Some of my subscribers are saying, which I don't disagree. I could probably get netting, but that's a lot of surface. That's a lot of surface. That's a lot of area. That's a lot of project of going up on a ladder and having to make this all work. Which, yeah, you can do it. It's possible. But then where's my stories, right? Where's the antics? Where's the, you walk out here with me in the morning as I walk around and share with you all my addictions to life of all the different cars and trucks and motorcycles. And yesterday, if you're watching the video, I don't disagree. All sincereness. It's all about having to write a check, though. So those who watch my channel, they're like, well, just sell this, sell that. I can't. because the value of everything you buy depreciates. And so when you go buy this Honda Goldwing and you pay $28,000 for it and you have sales tax on it and you have the dealership, set up and freight, blah, 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 blah. This is 30, 31 grand. If you put down $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 and finance it, but what's the value? What is a guy going to come here and give me 30 grand for this car or this bike? No. They're going to want to give me 22 for it, 23 for it. So, it's everything you own when you buy it new. And I'm not here crying the blues. I'm just responding to people that will reach out. You should sell some of your stuff. Well, tell you what is incredible on my channel? YouTube says I should start making subscription-based subscribers. Let me ask you something. Sincerely, would you pay? I'm being sincere here. And it's so many aspects to me. It's like, really? You got to resort to that to make money on your YouTube channel? But no. So apparently the big guys, I don't know. I really haven't focused on it. But here's a question. Would you pay to watch my channel? Would you pay a subscription fee to watch my channel? I would just be intrigued to hear the answer myself. Yeah, right. Okay. Well, yeah, you getting desperate, Mr. Iceman? No, that's not the point. The point is to make money in this channel and grow the channel, and then for everybody to think that I just have wads of money sitting around just to be able to write big checks to get rid of things. It ain't going to happen. It just ain't going to happen. And if you really think that I'm putting down $20,000 every time I go buy a car, it's not happening. No, it's more about, like the latest, the Ford Explorer, no money out of pocket to get that deal. But the problem now is that thing's got buried negative equity in it. Yeah, right. But the car payment is half of what the Raptor used to be. So to me, that works for me. So on the review side, I think to myself, wow, where is the review on the political powers to be? So isn't it incredible how we're so fixated in society of people want to have reviews, which is a great idea. I don't disagree. I think it's great to go to a YouTube video and see somebody talk about the pluses and minuses of a vehicle, that hopefully you can relate with that vehicle and come to closure if it makes sense to you to buy the vehicle. And so that's a great tool. But in life, in leaders, and society, in so many ways, where's the review of the sitting president? Where's a review of a political figure? And don't get me wrong. Sure, you have people mouthing off all the damn time about these political figures, the hate of the hate of the hate of one guy versus other guy. But at the end of the day, it's incredible on how the reviews, where do the reviews really go? What really comes from the review of somebody being happy or unhappy? And that's what I thought to myself this morning. Where is the happy conversations? Sincerely, where's the happy news? Where's the happy news? And that's where I'm critical, I know that, of other YouTube creators that I've mentioned on my channel. But their content review is constant negative review content. Sincerely. And people aren't even cognizant in so many ways that they click on all these YouTube videos that the review is negativity, you're a loser, but misery loves misery. I get that. So I guess in society, sadly, there's more miserable people out there than there are happy. And so somebody out there, help me out here. I love to see comments, interaction. It really is fun because then I feel like people are listening to my channel. When I get a lot of comments, I really feel like it's the 5-10 minutes into the video and you're out. And I get that because it's a long video of me talking my views and ideas and thoughts and sharing my own personal, living that hopefully relates to you in so many different ways and aspects as well. So for me, hey, can anybody give me some happy news? And all sincereness, I would say if I was a person, I invested in the NVIDIA stock, and I'm happy as all get out because that stock has gone through the roof. I think it's intriguing on Elon Musk. The guy knows how to manipulate things, and he's a master at it. The guy, don't get me wrong. I think Elon Musk is a good guy, but at the same time, I think he's a bad guy. And so I think it's classic on how his stock has tanked this past year. And he made an announcement that he was going to abandon the so-called less expensive Tesla. So the stock starts getting beat up. Well, yesterday he reverses his mindset and he tells everybody, no, we're still going to build you a very inexpensive Tesla car. Hey, everybody, let me share a secret with you. When Elon Musk went to Barack Obama back in 2008 and he got the $1 billion check to start Tesla, he had to tell the sitting powers to be that he was going to build an inexpensive electric car. Do you know that was the prerequisite for qualifying to get that money? Has Elon Musk built the people's car? I mean, sincerely, has he built the people's car? I don't know. I don't think he has. So now here we are. You're getting close to 20 years. I'll just say 14 years of Elon Musk of the ongoing. I'm going to bring you an affordable electric cheap car. It hasn't happened. So yesterday, he makes a big announcement about how, oh, guess what? I am going to bring an inexpensive, autonomous Tesla 2 or whatever car that's coming. Do you realize that those freight trucks that he actually showed here a few years ago, Pepsi bought into the gig. Pepsi paid for 100 Tesla semis or whatever. They have 38 to date. It's like 2 or 3 years later. That's a fact. Look it up. So Tesla's never fulfilled that build on that semi-rig for Pepsi. Tesla, and that's the thing you hear about with Teslas. He takes all this money, and then it takes him forever to bring the product. The guy's a master, buddy. He's a master. He's a magician of money. He knows how to create money. So the stock went back up yesterday because of him just saying, oh, we're going to make an affordable car now. I mean, oh my gosh. Beyond believable. I mean, so where's the good news, right? I mean, where's the good news? For the Toyota Tacoma people, you got some really bad news. I'm sincere. I wouldn't buy a Toyota Tacoma truck. I just read a review. Now, keep in mind, it's always going to be maybe slanted, but the new Toyota Tacoma Pro and Trailblazer, I think that's what they call it, they suck. They're terrible. The Chevrolet ZR2 Colorado kicks its ass. The Ford Bronco Raptor kicks its ass. So for the Toyota lovers out there, you're going to spend $65,000. And it's going to be markup. Be so lucky to get one. You're going to get $70,000 for a Toyota Tacoma Pro that just a review said is a piece of junk. It really did. Look it up. A guy has done back-to-back reviews. Here you go, the review conversation. He's driven the new Raptor or the new Ranger Raptor, and he's driven the new ZRT Chevrolet Colorado. Chevrolet Colorado is like a $48,000 optioned out truck. The Raptor Ranger is going to be 52 to 56, depending on how you optioned it out. And the Tacoma is going to be 10 grand to, in some ways, 15 grand more than the Chevy ZR2, and it's not even as good a vehicle. And it doesn't have the power. The suspension sucks. Do your research if you go buy a Toyota TRD Pro. And I know the people out there, well, it's a Toyota, so it'll outlive Rangers. I see more Ford Ranger, old Ranger trucks on roads than I do Toyota pickup trucks, just for a record. I mean, you ever notice that? You ever seen these old little Ranger trucks from back in the 90s, 80s? They're still kicking along, man. And where's all those Toyota little pickup trucks? Don't see many of those, but maybe I'm blind. But anyways, so it's a review conversations. I can talk all day. But here's some really good news. Here's some good news. The artificial intelligence has created a boom for the data center industry like never, ever, ever seen. The construction of data centers worldwide, this is facts, worldwide, there's one new data center completed every 3 days. The artificial intelligence, this generative pre-trained transformer, which I've spent so much time on my channel sharing information with others to understand the future of where our country and the world's going with this computer technology and artificial intelligence, it's going to put a draw on demand on energy like never seen, to the point that in Pennsylvania, Ohio, these data centers can't hold the local electric companies cannot deliver the amount of megawatts that these data centers need to run this artificial intelligence with all these super chips with NVIDIA, and it's just a massive warehouse with computers in so many ways, you can look at these data centers as a big-ass computer. Just a massive computer that's sitting in front of you instead of your little computer that you bought and sits on your desk. So the Ohio and Pennsylvania have approval for submarine and I should say the aircraft, Navy carriers, nuclear capability. So it's miniature nuclear energy that these data centers are going to be running off in nuclear energy, but on a very small scale compared to having to build a big nuclear power plant. Instead, they're going to have their own in-house nuclear power, because the draw from this artificial intelligence is overwhelming, and it's going to be very straining and very challenging for the electric companies to be able to provide the energy. And even to the point now that the diesel generators that are being built for these data centers that used to take a few months to get now can take up to 2 years. So I read this whole article about how the future of this artificial intelligence is growing at rapid speeds. The construction industry, it's massive. So it just befuddles me that people will watch and review YouTube videos today of how everything's going to come to an end. But it's such the false agenda. We truly have the paid actors more than ever in the YouTube community that are making a lot of money off of just feeding you misinformation every day of your life, that are telling you that everything's coming to an end. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's so foolish. But yet people are going to click on to these certain YouTube creators today, and then they'll feed information to their friends that the dire straits are here. It's not happening. I'm sorry. It's not happening. Mankind is not going to go out of business. Do you really think, I mean, sincerely, people, you really think that tomorrow morning people won't be getting up to go to work because they all lost their jobs? You really think that all the car dealerships are not going to sell cars anymore? Do you really believe that? I mean, you sincerely believe that there's going to be a bump in challenges in business, but you think that actually everything's going to come to an end? Do you really believe that the banks are no longer going to have no money at all and that you're going to have no money? You really believe that? I mean, sincerely. But that's what you're talking about in reviews, the YouTube community. Now, the number one review is the doom and gloom, and it's over. But I travel. You see that I travel from here to Florida to Tennessee. I travel around my business every day of my life. The roads are packed. You see when I go to Coons Baltimore Ford, they're always selling cars every day, every single day. Beckley's RV, they sold 164 RVs in March. But yet, it's over, everybody. Yeah, okay, right, sure. I mean, yeah, whatever. All right, so anyways, let's kind of wrap it up. Come on there, Keefy boy. And I think that my bird challenges are winning some ways. Not totally, but if all my stuff isn't crapped on in here, that's huge. When I'm going to ride my bikes again, right? Yeah, it's just too much going on. Too much, commitments where I have to be places, I have to go do jobs, I have to do things, I have to work. Yeah, I do have to go to work. And here are the other ones that were happy until we came up here to see you, right? Yeah, all happy. There's my pool. What do I do with that? Yeah. Hey, want to go swimming, anybody? It'll be all right. There's nothing living in there. There's not some piranha living in that. Get this put here. I put it there. Get my butt in my chair. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Just come on. Yeah, just the unhappiness. Yeah, so anyways, just going to kind of try to wrap it up. Hey, come on. Just don't do that. Wrap it up. And I'd love to hear the comments of where's the happy conversations? And why are all the Biden supporters all pissed off? I'm sincere. I'm just wanting to know. Why on X, go to X, and all the Biden supporters are mad. They're mad. Why are they mad? Why are they unhappy? I mean, sincerely, what's going on? I mean, I'm just asking a question. We know. I mean, there's a lot of things going on in the world right now. I mean, wow. Yeah. Yeah, how happy can you be, right, Mr. Iceman? Right? That's the word out in the field when it comes to buying things. When I called my selling dealer yesterday about my trailer, he's like, "Wow, you only paid how much for that trailer?" He's like, "That trailer today," he claims it's 40 grand. I don't think it's 40 grand. I think it's probably 30. I mean, I can believe that, 28, 30. But and I was saying this yesterday in my YouTube channel when I was observing that car hauler. In so many ways, if you're an older person and you've got assets, if you own your house, your cars, even the stock market now, I mean, you should be extremely happy because this sitting administration has enriched you like never seen. It really has. I mean, because they've driven the price of everything up that's so expensive. And you're reaping the rewards from that. So you should actually be, I mean, it's a double-edged sword. On one end, this administration has enriched a lot of people. But on the other end, it's made a lot of people poor. Because if you're the person that's going out and buy a new trailer, and you see the price of that new car hauler that I paid 18 and change for is now, I say it's probably 30, 28 or 30. If you're the new guy in the block, you're like, holy crow. Just in 5 years, well, it's 7 years old, but the pricing on the trailers went through the roof back like in 2022. It wasn't 2020 and 2021 because I picked up some nice used trailers for brand new trailer for dirt cheap and a used trailer for dirt cheap. But then about 2022, everything started changing because of the supply and demand. That's it. I'm gonna shut up. I'm done. That's my review for the morning. Let me know how my review went. I love to hear comments. Hey, Iceman, loved your review conversations. Yeah, it's lame, it's boring, too long, whatever. Get an ICE HTV sticker so I know when people are listening. Don never reached out, or maybe he did. I'm just too busy. I haven't looked at my email. Hey, Don, are you embarrassed to put a sticker on your new Jeep Cherokee? Huh? I'm sure in some ways, the antics, just like Elon Musk. Oh, I got to finish this up. So I was wrong. Elon Musk has lost 60% of the Democratic base to buy cars from him. Did you hear me? I was saying it was like 30%. No. Elon Musk has lost 60% of the Democrats to buy Teslas because they don't like who he is anymore because he doesn't talk the way that they want to hear things. Which I get it, whatever. I'm not here to tell you that I'm right and you're wrong. That isn't my goal here. So ICE HTV, comments at gmail.com. Get a sticker, share it, or are you too embarrassed to? Because if anybody sees my channel, like, oh, you associate with that guy? I get it. Hey, everybody, thanks so much for watching my channel. Hope everybody has a great, blessed day and has fun, especially if your health is your wealth, man. So go have fun. It's a beautiful time of year. So God bless, stay safe. What's the next adventure? Well, hopefully the camper adventure is.